This is Swathling Youth Centre. My name is Debbie Willis and I work for the Hampton Trust, which is a charity. It works across Hampshire, Portsmouth, Southampton and the Isle of Wight. And its main aim is to address abuse, violence, social isolation and conflict. The Links project is just an onward development from the whole of the domestic violence department that I work for. So it's just one small part of a bigger picture.
This project, from our point of view, our age range is 11 to 25, but our priority age group is 13 to 19. From other agencies' involvement, we've gathered the knowledge that there was a need for this type of project here.
One of the ways that we find funding for pieces of youth work is young people write a bid for themselves to raise some funds. So I'd already found some funding, we already had some young women that wanted to do some work. At the same time, Debbie was out in the professional community saying, I've got this programme that works with young women who are finding their life challenging. So it was quite a nice match.
The name of the project, Links, came about as we realised that young people were beginning to make the links between their past experiences and the violence in their lives and now their own violent behaviour.
Currently, all of the young people have been identified and referred to us by Cantel Maths and Computing College.
I see Tony up the school and she said that there's a Links programme going on, and my teacher, Miss Kerr, she said that it'll be quite good for me and Tony Lee, like the girls that come here, so I said, yeah, that I'll join it, because she said that it gets you education and stuff like that as well.
I got given the sheet in satellite and basically it seemed like a good thing that I should do because I'm not very good with other people.
There are a lot of different techniques that we can use. Last week we did some icebreaker type games, just get them to have a laugh, get them to feel more comfortable. And there's so many resources that we can use as well.
Debbie's just crazy, Tony's funny, and Elaine, she's a nice lady. Up the school, you can't speak to teachers in that sort of way that we speak to them.
When I talk to them about, okay, so how are you going to feel when I've got your 14, 15-year-old daughter or son sitting here? And they say, well, I wouldn't have that. And so how are you going to change your behaviour? What are you going to change then that will stop that happening to your children?
In terms of the outcomes I'm seeking, some of those will be small mini outcomes. So for example, part of the programme we've delivered so far has been about safer sex. And for some of those young women, some of what they've learned will stay with them for the rest of their lives.
It's different because they talk to you more than, and they understand more than teachers understand you. Basically, you can tell them anything and teachers will go and tell other people, whereas the youth workers will keep it in the youth club and not tell no one unless you've told them to.
It's good, you can trust people.
It's really important that we know that what gets said here stays here.
There are times that young people come in with issues and we discuss those issues with them because you have to, because that's where they're at the time, and if you try and move it on to something else then they just won't be able to take in that information.
I've mostly enjoyed being able to talk to people rather than keeping everything inside myself and getting everything worked up about stupid little things, and then I could just go and tell youth workers, and it's easier that way.
I've been working with young people for nearly 5 years now, and I've seen the differences that it can make, and I just think there's a positive job to come to. I love coming to work. I love working with challenging young people because I think you see the biggest differences when you're working with them. The group of young women that we've got are a really nice group, so I think we're going to have a lot of fun.
The whole programme is interactive, so we try to kind of not do too much writing or any of those things, because the majority of the young people that we're working with don't feel comfortable with that style. So it's very, very interactive, but it is structured and it is flexible.
One of the things we try and do is all eat together when they first come in. And that, for me, is sort of a socialising, relationship building thing that we do together. The last session we worked was about communication skills, was about them learning to negotiate and deal with conflict with each other.
I don't really like working with people, but I've actually got into working with other people than on my own.
Yeah, I've enjoyed working with a group. Sometimes it can get a bit bitchy, but overall it's all good and fun and yeah.
I don't know, it changes like my behaviour and stuff like that. It, like makes me think first before what I do stuff.
I used to like get into arguments all the time over pathetic little things, but now I think about it and I'm like, actually, no, that's stupid.
We follow the 12-week links programme. We meet every Friday here at Swaveling Youth Centre, and at the end of that there will be a residential.
I think this group are going to find the residential trip very challenging. I'm hoping they will learn something about cooperation, about shared space and about empathy, and that is about, you know, them actually living together for a couple of days. I think they'll learn heaps out of that.
Yeah, I'm wow looking forward to it. It's going to be jokes. We're going to be living together or something and eating together.
During the programme today, there was a very defeatist attitude. There was a very, I'll give this a go for 2 minutes. If it doesn't work, I'm out of here. I think outdoor educational experiences where you're at the top of a tree or, you know, high ropes and change your mind, it's a very different experience. You can't just go, oh, I've changed my mind, now I'm up here. You have to see it through.
Today we had a few arguments, done some activities again.
I have been arguing today. Arguing.
I don't want to work with when you're like this. You're horrible to work with. Swearing, you've got faces on you like smack backsides. Go away. Right, actually. No, so go away. Say that it's me. Shoot yourself. What are you doing? You've got 5 minutes, then you come back, make a decision about whether staying or going home.
Stressful, bitchiness, come in each other's rooms.
The project as a whole has worked, but it's had its ups and downs, to say the least. There are times that I wondered whether we'd moved anywhere and whether we'd changed any of their behaviour at all. But I think that we have, actually.
We've been doing activities.
Like high ropes, low ropes.
When we done the activities, we got along, helped each other.
We've been learning to, like, gaining each other's trust.
Getting blindfolded, see if we can trust each other.
Meeting new people.
Best part of the weekend away has been doing high ropes. That was fun.
Yesterday doing high rope.
I nearly fell off. And hung upside down on a big giant pole.
They've had to get over their fear of being away from where they live. They've had to get over being away from their families and people they care about and their friends. They've had to operate at a completely different level because we've had some really clear boundaries and rules to work to, and to be fair to them, although they struggle with some of those, they work to them.
My expectations was to gain my trust back from our youth workers.
I wanted to get closer, like, as a good team.
Gain my trust from my friends. Have a laugh.
Friendship. Work together.
I wanted not to argue, like for all of us to like not argue, but all work as a team and that, but some of the people just didn't want to do it.
You know, this is going to sound really strange, but I think the best aspect for me is actually keeping in one room now to have the level of debate that we do have, because when it gets confrontational, difficult for these young people, they walk away, they just go, I'm not doing this, and they walk away, but they can stay and sort it out and move through the difficult bits now, and I just kind of think, yeah, that's cool.
I've learnt to trust Debbie and Tony more than what I would have thought that I would have.
It's taught me a lot about myself and how I behave and how I act and what the consequences would be from my actions.
Learnt how to control my behaviour. Learned what not to do and what to do.
I think I've changed a little bit.
I'm a better person in some way, but in the other way I'm still the same person. Like, I'm loud and mouthy and everything, but my behaviour has changed as well.
I think that their communication skills have improved. I think that their negotiation skills have improved. They seem to be able to resolve conflict at a less aggressive pace.
Where we're all women, we can all get along and talk about problems and stuff, and we can all trust each other and be open about our feelings.
Makes us feel like we're a family for the weekend. For some reason, just makes us feel like a family and get to spend time with each other.
But I liked it because where we don't see Hayley and Gemma a lot, it's just going to be weird when we go back home, like where we've seen them for a whole weekend, like stayed out with them, it's just going to be weird. The same with Debbie and Tony.
I think one of the biggest strengths of this project has been the partnership working alongside youth support services and Tony has meant that the project has become sustainable, because this is the end for me. I'm going to be moving on to the next group, but they have a good relationship with Tony and other members of the youth service. We've got people that are more able to negotiate, more able to communicate, more able to talk to each other and to resolve difficult issues and share what they need and what they want and make decisions about what they don't want, as opposed to being pushed into things.
Yeah, I would do Young Women's Project again, but not like argue as much and like just get along, do more things together.
I'll blatantly come to this one again because it's cool and I get along with everyone and like you get stuff out of it rather than just walk away with nothing.
Yeah, I'd like to do this project again and do something like this, like do what we've done in the Links project. Like we used to like meet up in the youth centre and just do stuff, like cooperate with each other and stuff like that, and then like we get like a big treat at the end and just like come away for a bit, like get away from what we've been doing down at home.
I don't want it to stop. I don't want the group to end because I like going to the group. Even though it can be bitchy sometimes, but it's good.
It's just great.
Avon cereal with ginger spice. She on her lips for the smell of it's nice. Hold tight, Gemma. Hayley up the tree climbing like a monkey. Here with a dress and style so funky. Mess Tony and you'll get pasted. This your memory should be erased. No, we're waiting for asphalt. Bang, 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 rap, rap. Da 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 da. Woo!
Oh, I love them. I love Debbie and Tony.
It's been really good because you could talk to them and you know when not to get in the way of them, or they're good youth workers.
They're not like other youth workers, they're like your mates as well. They chat to you, they see what's going on.
I can speak to Tony and Debbie, like they're one of my mates.
They always pick you up when you're upset. They always help you. They're always someone to talk to.
They make little MCs up with you and they're just funny.
Oh, bloody love them too.
Thank you, Debbie and Tony.
Thank you, Debbie and Tony. Love you. Thank you, Tony and Debbie, for doing this. That's it.
Right, that's off. We're all having fun!
Yay!
We are free! Make sure you put that on that.